Hello, drone racers. We're finally here. I'm only 9 minutes late. I don't think that's too bad. I've never tried the schedule before, so I really didn't know how it would go. That's kind of a new thing for me, but I thought it would be interesting. So I appreciate several of you joining in and chatting early. So, Chistai, I guess that's how you say it. I'm here. You can wake up now. So, MC Creations, thanks for coming early. It's always great to see you on there. I need to study for a test. Why? Studying is overrated. I could go into so much of that, but no. The Evan Hogan, I may donate. That's awesome. There's Patreon set up. I'll just get that out of the way earlier. Patreon.com/DroneRacer101 or the Super Chat, which I've never had happen on here, so that's pretty cool too. Either way, I really appreciate it because I spent so much money in goggles last month. I need to get that done. We're going to talk about goggles in a little bit. If I forget to talk about goggles, because I don't have them on my list, I forgot to put them on my list. They're right here. Maybe we should start with goggles. See here? These are the Fatshark Dominator goggles. So I'm just kind of hanging out here today. I hadn't done one of these in a while, and a bunch of stuff has shown up that kind of got my interest, and several deals showed up today that got my attention that I wanted to take a look at. And part of my problem right now, last fall, it seemed like my problem was everything I was getting to review was garbage. Just like one thing after another didn't work. And the Baby Hawk, which everyone else loves, and you've seen mine, I just got a dud. Everybody loves the Baby Hawk. I got a dud, but so many other things and stuff you haven't seen yet is great. Did you know that I like the LDARC 200 GT? In case anybody didn't know that thing is outstanding. I need to do a wrap up of my favorite drones. I hate to call them top drones because I get a lot of questions. Hello, Double A and Angel and Jonathan Smith, and where are you at? I'm here. What Cheesty and Evan and oh yeah, we got to Evan, Raven. Thanks for coming out, guys. So anyway, so one of the things I'm working on goggle reviews. The last one, I've got 5 $300 set of goggles that I've bought and that I've got going, and one of them here that you may or may not have seen is the Dominator V3s. These I've not reviewed yet. Now I haven't talked about Hobby King much. I used to buy all my stuff from them. I had some issues, but they had a deal going that I will add to my list here just to show you what it looks like and how to do it. So if you decide to get this, if you're thinking about V3s, this might still be the best deal. It's not quite as good as it was a month ago, which when I posted it on here originally, but same as everybody else. They have the Fatshark V3 Dominator headset for $299. Yeah, everybody's got that, except if you scroll halfway down, they have this value starter set. Boo, Hobby King. And it's really weird because for this starter set, you get the Dominator V3, you get one of their extra batteries, which has been handy. It's I've charged it, and you get a transmitter case, and it goes down in price. You actually save $5 by getting a battery in this case. And here, I'll grab this case for you. I've got it right here. It's almost too big. So it's really huge, but it's really nice because I don't like taking my antennas off of my goggles when I transport it. So whichever goggles I decide to stick with, I'm going to end up using this case. And it's a $15 case. The case is really, really nice. It's pluck and peel foam, so you can make it fit in really well. So this bundle is a really good deal. Now, what I'm not sure is some of the others that come have the new Fatshark USB charging battery. I hate charging Fatshark batteries with the barrel connector and no balance leads, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. So I'm going to say Fatshark cloned Eachine in this case and added the USB charging port. As far as I know, the first company that had that charging battery with USB was Eachine, and I did a whole teardown on it. I hated it, and then I tore it down, and then I loved it, and I use it a lot. It's all the time. It's on one of my sets of goggles right over here right now. It's the main one I use. But the Fatshark does the same thing, and it's bigger. So, it's not bigger. It is physically bigger, but it's an 1800 instead of 1000. So I have some battery tests coming to see how they go. But if you're looking for V3s, this might not be, or this might be one of the best deals just because you actually, it's cheaper than anywhere else I know, and you get a bundle. So we'll get that one. I got that one out of the way. So if you haven't seen, this is my spreadsheet where I keep track of discounts as they come along. As I get emails or things, I keep track of them all here. It makes it easier to just list them here. I try and keep it up to date. I've gone through and deleted all the old stuff off here to make it easier. If you want to know when I make a change, you can do that by clicking somewhere here, tools, yeah, tools, notification rules, and you can set it up so it will notify you daily, instantly, whatever, if you want to. So anyway, this is where I keep some of the deals that you've seen on here. So part of my inspiration on here, do they have the Slim Shark? I'm not sure. Let's see, a Happy Model Snapper S7. I think that's on here, and I don't have that one yet. Let me get this out of the way. So Gearbest does these deals, and I'm sure you get emails from them, and they're like, hey, share our new program. And most of the time I look through here, it's like, these are just your normal prices. I don't care. I'm not going to waste time. But occasionally they do come up with good ones. It's Easter. I'm pretty sure there's only one Easter. I know some holidays move around the world. I don't think Easter does. Oh, it does. I know there's a Greek Easter and a Western Easter. I know that's a little different, but they're close. We're well past that, I think. Anyway, we get past some of these models here. Actually, I will come back to this. There's this link here. We'll look at this in the end. I've picked out what I think are interesting on here. The other thing we've got, though, is also Banggood has a combination, and there's two things that got my attention here. Not as many models here, but there are some stacks here. There are some batteries. Here are the two big ones that got my attention. There we go. The FrSky Eachine XSR-E. I like this. It's an XSR. It's smaller. This came out before the RXSR, and it's actually a really, really nice receiver. And there's a coupon to make it $15. So that's all posted down below. For $15, you can get this, which is significantly cheaper than an RXSR. Does pretty much all the same things, and I've used this in a couple of models, one of which is the Diatone 2017 GT200N. So I reviewed this model. It was my favorite for a while until the Holybro Kopis came out, partially because they were similar prices at the time, and I just like the flight controller on the Kopis. But this one, let me scroll down here. I need to keep track of where we are in my list. This one, right now, they have a code for it, so it's only $183. Like, that thing's a steal. It's basically on clearance at this point. They're moving in. The new models are here. So if you want a high-end 2017 model for mid-level prices, it's a really good deal. I flew this one the other day again, and thought it was really good, and it's worthy of an update already. And then I saw, hey, look, there's a deal. Like, I'm a sucker for a deal. That's basically what it comes down to. There's something about high-end stuff. Can you make a comparison video between the EV800D and the EV006? I have both of those reviewed. It's hard to compare because the EV006 is like half the price. The EV800D is my favorite first goggle still for $100. I use that. I used it in the video that I posted today. It was still handy. It's still even with tons of $300 goggles, I still use the EV800D. So if you can afford it, the EV800D is the way to go. If it means not flying because you can't afford it and you can only afford the EV or VR006, do that. You do that to get started. You don't have to start out with high-end stuff. You can upgrade later. It's better to make a long-term investment, but if it means not flying versus flying, I would pick what gets me in the air. So here we go. Diatone used to make great models, but okay, so here's that one, and then there's the receiver, and Diatone still makes great models. This thing, I have it downstairs, and I finally figured out how to put it all together and what exactly is going on in place. And this is the 2018 GTR 530, and it is spectacular. It has everything that I want in a new model. So you can actually get this for, let me see. Okay, so here's a trick. I'll go ahead and cover this. I need to update this better in here. So it's $207, and it comes with smart audio. It comes with a real smart audio VTX. So it comes with, it comes with a TBS real VTX. I think it's an RXSR in there. No, that's right, there's no receiver in this. I've got to install the receiver. That's why I haven't flown it yet. But everything put together in this just seems really outstanding. I can't wait to fly it. I think if you saw Joshua Bardwell's video today on the Hawk 5, like the Hawk 5 is great. And my first comment though is like, the Hawk 5 was outstanding 2 weeks ago, and now it feels outdated. Like I don't know how that works so fast. Things change so fast. But the Hawk 5 has an XM, which was great for me 2 weeks ago, and now that I'm on kind of a telemetry kick, I don't want an XM anymore if I can avoid it. If I want an RXSR or something with telemetry, again, going back to old school. And our main reason I want that is because I want smart audio or tramp controls on all my models. It makes things so much easier. It makes the reviews better because I'm sure I'm on the right channels. And this one, kind of for less money, it's less money than the Hawk 5. It fills all those niches. And I think once people get their hands on it, it's going to be just spectacular. So here's a trick though. If you look at the code down below, there is AFF7 off. You get 7% off. But there's another code. Is he even reading this? Yes. So Diatones. Yes, I am Maximus FPV. So the hat's a thing. Well, someday we'll have custom hats. That's what I'm looking for. So my cheap Eachine copy. I'm not sure what that means. So the two codes, AFF7 off, and then code toysho. Now TOYSHO is only for new users, or only for newly created accounts, and it's 11% off. So theoretically, say you were gonna do a big purchase and you just forget your password and you have to make a new account and you happen to use the code toysho, it's 11% off. That's a pretty big discount. That's pretty sweet. So it's worth thinking about, at least. Not that I'm saying, I mean, if you accidentally forget passwords or whatever. LS800D, yes. So here's a quick tip. Since we're talking about the EV800D, the LS800D and every other 800D model is garbage. The Eachine EV800D is outstanding, and everybody else copied it and looked at the case of it, and they look the same. They look the same. They are not. So the LS800D, avoid that. Just stick to Eachine in this case. So this is the Diatone. It is awesome. Let's see. Yeah. A lot of the goggles eat batteries. That's why I like the USB charging batteries that I'll be going over here soon, because I just leave them plugged in all the time. And at least with the Eachines I do. So I just have a little bank of them, and I always have battery, and I have the button on it. I love those things. So where are we next? So next up, so there's the collection here of stuff. So there's more stuff in here. That was really what got my interest, but if there's anything else you want in here, we can go through there. So, did you see this? The Rapidfire secret reveal video that was posted today. I've linked it down below so you can watch the whole thing. But they got the Mayon High. I don't know exactly what happened here. I almost, it looks like she's at Immersion or got a hold of one. This is not the one she had. But let's go here to the end. I was on the fence about this. Let's see, highlights. There we go. I was on the fence about this. I have TrueDs. I have Eachine Pro 58s going on. And once I watched this video, I immediately went and bought one, because the comparison is just spectacular. The Rapidfire, at least in this video, does spectacularly well compared to the TrueD. The TrueD is a good model. It's one of the better models out there, but it's not the best. Maximus, I got my EV800D because of you. Well, that's awesome. I will. Let's see. I would stand behind that one any day. The EV100 I take a lot more flack for. But I still like that. I think it's an option. That's why I like that comparison. But for each person's eyes are different, and goggles are so hard to review. But look at the, yeah, only one comment. I pre-ordered. I did too. So I've got that. The best place I know to get it fast is from Get FPV. So I've got a Get FPV. There's a discount for it. So it's $149. So it's kind of pricey for me. Doing reviews, I do reviews. You guys seen if you're watching my videos, and assuming this isn't the very first time you've seen me, this would be a weird one to see on the first time. But I mostly post my goggle footage because in a review, to me, a GoPro footage doesn't do you any good. Like, I don't care about GoPro footage. That's not what's important. Yeah, I mean, it shows you how fast you're going, but nearly all drones look the same through GoPro footage. You can't see the voltage spikes. You can't see the draw. That's why I entered the Amway giveaway. Yeah, make sure, if you guys haven't seen this, make sure you look at my history and sign up for the Amway giveaway. I'm giving away a set of Amway Commander goggles. I'm getting distracted because this will not work in the Amway goggles, and that's going to come in on my review as a comparison. It's nice to not have to bother with goggles, but then when something like this comes out, it's an easy plug-in upgrade. It's $150. It's half the price of the goggles again. But I want the video to be as good as I can possibly make it, and this, I think, will help with that. So here we go. So talking about goggles, Mark asked, when is the EV200D coming out? I don't know. I don't know if it's ever actually coming out. I think Eachine realized those would be harder to get out than they thought. So yeah, everybody wants them. I've asked. I do have I've gotten enough videos out and enough stuff out here. I do have a contact at Eachine now. So I'm talking with them, and that was the first question I had. They were like, oh, you want this little junky model that nobody cares about? I was like, no, I don't want that, thanks. Nobody wants to watch that video. But how about this and this and this? And especially, number one, the EV200D, and they told me that they don't have them yet. So it's not going to be anytime soon. If you're waiting for them, it's not going to be the next couple of weeks. I have no idea when that's going to be. But this, I think I should have within a couple weeks. I'm hoping. I paid for advanced shipping, so I can try and have them as fast as possible. So, the other thing I pre-ordered, it's been an expensive week. So, I pre-ordered the X-Lite. I did a poll on facebook.com/DroneRacer101, which was cooler, the red or the black, and the black just slaughtered the red. I wasn't really interested in this until I saw this picture, and there are enough switches for me. I don't know, it seems to me like they might be awkward and in the wrong place, and those switches to me do not look sexy at all. Like this remote is sexy, but those switches are not. And I did notice, see that right in the middle, there is an option for an external antenna. I think that'll be interesting. LaForge or Rapidfire. So LaForge is the one I don't have. I don't like the idea of having to tear apart my goggles. And LaForge is a very permanent solution. And I am testing and trying and doing all kinds of stuff. And I can't permanently change goggles for LaForge. So I don't have that. If they offer me a set, yeah, I'll gladly try it. But I can't, I'm not going to plunk down for that one. But yeah, with the discount and $120 nice, I can't wait for this. And I'll tell you, spoilers, the thing I'm most interested in is how this matches up with this. See this? I still have a QX7S that I haven't done much with yet, and it has the wireless training on it, or wireless what's the word here? Somebody help me here. Wireless trainer module. Yeah, trainer mode. So, and you have the switch. So it'll do wireless, but I only have one. So this has that also. So I'm hoping I can test this between them. So that will give me a lot more confidence to test this with my son. I hate having a cable. He moves around so much. Like I don't know where he gets that. Imagine that. But I want a motorcycle helmet and make an immersive FPV helmet. That would be pretty cool. Yes, it will do 16 channels on this, and it has Hall effect gimbals, which I love. The only thing I'll probably change right away is I'm not sure about these thumb knobs. Those don't look nearly as cool and nice as what I have with my X9D SE, which I love right now. I don't think this will replace it, but it fixed. When I first saw this, I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm not interested. And then they added the switches kind of as an afterthought. If they work, I could see using this thing a lot because it looks awesome. And it's priced really well. Anyway, so next up is the top high-end drone of 2017 for me was the Holybro Kopis. It was $300. It's been $300. So this is part of the reason that got my attention when I was going through looking, and all of a sudden I saw the Kopis here for $240. $240 is still a lot considering you can get that Diatone 2018 for under $200 potentially, or $207. I would be hard pressed right now to buy the Kopis instead of that, even though I love the flight controller. I love the flight controller in the Kopis. Like you said, all the good stuff coming out at once. It's getting really hard to keep up. I have so much old stuff still to go through that I haven't gotten to. But the Kopis, for a while, it was $100 or $200. It was a steal for $200. Here, you still get an XSR in this, which helps a lot. That's a good value in there. And it has tramp controls. It has all the telemetry. It's way ahead of the curve. It has everything you want in it, ready to go for that price. The hardest part I have with this is a discussion on, I was on Stu's Discord. I'm on Stu's Discord a lot, so if you want to see me there. The frame and the replacement parts for this. Now, I've never broken anything on it, but you kind of have to buy a whole frame to replace it, and that's kind of annoying for me. But it's still pretty, it just flies so well. I need to go through and do an update on a lot of these old stuff, but it's hard because there's so many new things. Next up, so the GT220. We're kind of on the low end of models now. Now, this is what I call the good fire dancer. This is not the 215, the one that bursts into flames. This is the 200 that flew really, really well for me, except for the receiver that it came with. I still have mine. It's still in line. And don't buy this with a FrSky receiver. That thing is a hot mess of garbage. What I want to do with this still is take it apart, do upgrades, get it ready to go, and waterproof it. I think this is a great shell for waterproofing, and I want to be able to fly when it's raining. I want to test blades. Okay, well, it's raining. I don't care. It's morning. So this happens to me a lot. I get up in the morning, Saturday morning. Okay, let's go do a review. And the ground is soaking wet. It took until noon last week. Yes, the Kopis, if you replace the motors, are outstanding. But, I mean, I don't want to put something together just knowing I'm going to have to replace it immediately. So this, I want to waterproof it so I can fly it when it's wet out and do other tests and be good to go. Is it worth the upgrade from FrSky i6 to a QX7? I will say 100% yes. At some point. So the FrSky I think is great to get started, especially when it comes to with ready to fly. Like there's one of the things on this sheet that we'll take a look at in just a little bit. There's a ready to fly model there that's a great deal. The Happy model comes with it, and it's a really good deal. But the QX7, I'm a FrSky guy, and because of the flexibility, people get intimidated by OpenTX, but that's what these videos are for. Everything's just ready to go. So yeah, especially the QX7 is great. Hall effect gimbals are a game changer. Eventually, when you have them side by side, it doesn't feel like a big deal if the regular gimbals are good. But once you fly with Hall effect gimbals for a while and you have to go back, it's just awful. There's nothing wrong with them. I flew with an X9D for a long time, but I can do it. I mean, I won't say I can't do it now. I'm not that bad, but it just is not the same. So that's part of where I'm so excited about. Not that. Hey, look, he's not on Stu's stream, but he can be on mine. But yeah, the X-Lite, yes, the X-Lite. That's what I'm going for. if it comes with Hall effect gimbals and those are even slightly good, I think that thing will be outstanding. I can't wait to get a hold of it. It should be very soon. You can bet there are going to be a bunch of videos on that. So, moving on. So, the X140 has been around for a while, and I enjoy the heck out of this drone, except for these stupid lock nuts, which caused me to make a whole special video. Those were the inspiration for my April 1st video. Those stupid lock nuts that drove me crazy. But besides those, this thing is great and flies for a long time with lots of power. And there's enough room that when I got it, and then Andy RC beat me to it. Thanks, Andy. It's a great fit for a RunCam Split Mini. I've still got one, and I've been waiting. But for this price, man, it is a great little drone for 3-inch drone for that price. It is not the fastest. It's not the longest flying. It flies for like 6 or 7 minutes, which is a long time. But it's an enjoyable, reliable drone. And for that price, I still really like the X140. Kind of the same deal for the X215. So it's down to $135 now. It's just been a good drone. The problem with the X215, and a lot of people are still bitter, and I don't blame them. Yeah, Angel will cover that in just a minute. The X215 was that it took like 4 months. People paid for it, and it took like 4 months for Gearbest to ship it. And I know Andy yelled out about them. I know Albert yelled out about. I've yelled at them about that. They've got to stop doing that. I think they've gotten a lot better this year, which has caused some other things. Yes, the X9D Plus SE already has the Hall effect gimbals. That is my radio of choice. I love it. But this, if you're just getting started and you just need a drone and you want it, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you want to look at Stu's $99 build, I would recommend this forever instead of Stu's $99 build. It drives me crazy when I still see people building that because, I want to build it for $99 and I put an F1 processor. I put a Naze 32 in it. Like, seriously? Seriously, people are still building because of that drones with Naze 32s that, they plug them in. I can't load Betaflight. Like, I saw a comment on Discord the other day. It's like, I plugged this in and Betaflight says it can't do it. Like, yeah, I know. Sorry, don't do that. So, anyway, I'm a little dramatic sometimes. I don't know where I get it. So, let's see, what else have we got on here? Any other comments? Basically, go to FrSky that has, and you can upgrade a Hall effect if it fits your budget, and they're excellent. Yes, especially since Hall effect gimbals have gone down in price. The Bugs... Nice radio, you can only turn left. The Bugs 3 is awesome. I've never had a Bugs 3. I've had Bugs 2s, so there's a bunch of Bugs 3s deals on there. But, hey, it's Big D talking about Discord. So here, X215, I still think might be one of the best options getting started. It's right in that same price range with the I don't know, it depends on what you're looking for. I love the 200 GT. I like the X215, the X215 Pro versus the B-Fight. So I don't know what the deal is. The B-Fight is a good drone. I don't know. It's just not one that it was an amazing drone for $99. It was amazing for $99. I just don't think it's put together quite the way I would like. I would pick the 215. I like the X215, especially since I can get parts for it. Now, you can get parts for the B-Fight now also, but you can get parts for it, and that's a big part of it. This, I just think, is a well put together phone, and it has a better flight controller. I'm gonna build a TBS Discovery. Did you see my Hawk review a couple weeks ago that still had a CC3D? Man, that was a blast from the past. So moving on, I think we covered all the questions here. So the labeling on this is weird, and it doesn't say much, but this is the Tiny R7. So this is the LDARC, and it's basically an X7, except if you haven't seen this yet, they added turtle mode. So that's been my big deal. It's been painful for me to even fly tiny whoops since I got the ET100. I set up the ET100. I set up the turtle mode on it. There's a whole video for that. If you haven't seen it, there's a whole series of videos for that. I love those models. That's the one I fly inside because of that feature. I know there were a couple others. Eachine made one that did a weird little thing. I know Horizon made one, or Blade, or whoever makes that one made one, but I love LDARC's models. They just have been so good to me over and over. Not the company. I've never talked to them. I don't have any internal communications or endorsements from them. Their models just have been consistently good for me every time. So this one, I think, though, might already be my favorite. I have an X7 and X8 to still review that I haven't gotten to yet, but this one with flip over after crash is going to be great, I think, I hope, because that will bring back the option for turtle mode and flying real tiny whoops for me. So next is, let me close that one and close that one so I don't get them in the way and confused. So I have no knowledge of this. The E7087U, other than this is basically like the TX200U that I reviewed and posted about today. It has, I don't know if it's Tramp or Smart Audio on here. I didn't look, but I know it's controllable. So it has video controls. I think it's probably the same thing. I think it's probably Tramp. So it's got the wire. You wire it in exactly the same way as my as the video, which I guess I haven't posted yet. I'll be posting. It's not going to be ready tomorrow. It's probably going to be on Friday. The wiring of the video transmitter, the VTX, into the 200 GT. That video is 40 minutes. I'm sorry. It is ridiculously long. I'm kind of I kind of can't stop talking, and then I go into super explanations because I want everybody to understand everything. Uh-oh, somebody's laughing at us. I saw a turtle crossing the road today. Is that turtle mode? Yes. So this, I don't know anything about it other than it's cheap, and theoretically we'll do... Oh, wait. Scratch that. Don't buy this. S-Bus switchable. Okay. I wouldn't buy this. Yeah. So, yeah, scratch that. Don't buy this. So what this is will connect with S-Bus, and there will be, like, you can set up a switch to switch the channel, but it will not use... Supports OSD adjusting. I don't know. I just spend a couple extra dollars and buy the run cam. Never mind. Scratch that. Who cares? So, X140. How about an X140 Pro? I don't know what is in it yet. I have one on the way. We'll find out very soon. It's a Helifar, which is Furbee's name from before, and they have made a huge step up in quality for the last couple models. I absolutely loved the Futon 2. Nobody else seems to care about it. I don't know why. There are very few, just didn't seem to be any interest in that model. And it comes together, it's right at $200. It's going to get destroyed by the Diatone. That's going to be the problem with it. But it comes with a great combination of stuff. I really love all of it. Any suggestions? I love to have a CCD quality, but the problem is the run cam won't fit. So what I'm curious is, will the run cam split mini micro, whatever it's called, fit in this? Here's my concern. There's a picture. Look at that right there. There's my concern, is the camera will fit, but then you'd get no camera angle. Like, that camera's tilted back all the way as far as it will go, and you can't get any more. And if you add more to that stack, you're going to have a flat camera, which would be no good. Let's see. Some soldering iron questions. Try a Caddx. So I kind of screwed that one up. Here's my Caddx story. I haven't actually heard anything from them in a while. But let's see. Building from scratch components we put together. I need to build a building video. I've got a whole bunch of parts with a whole bunch of builds. I have an iNav build that I want to get done. I just don't have time. Too many things, not enough time, I think is what this calls. Yes, so many things, so little time. That darn full-time job gets in my way. If a few thousand of you want to go to Patreon and sign up there, then we can get rid of that, and I can work on this full-time and get all these other things in place. So Caddx, my Caddx story. Somebody from Caddx actually contacted me on Facebook, and I'd never heard of them. So I'm like, yeah, it looks good. I've never heard of you. And like, oh, we've got reviews. All these people that I don't have time to watch a whole bunch of videos. And then he laughed at me. And I've not heard from him since. I could probably reach back to him and get some cameras, but I don't have a big need for just cameras. I don't go through that many. I've heard they're great. Everything I've heard has been great, but I haven't seen anything. And I know part of their big deal is how cheap they are. And listening to FPV podcast, I think it was, and they were interviewed, and they're basically dumping their prices as low as possible to get market share, and then they're going to go up and be the same price as everybody else. So, I mean, it's great. They have really nice looking cameras. I would seriously consider them if I was doing a build, if I didn't have other cameras to use. But so that's the X215 Pro. No idea if it's going to be any good yet. Kind of, it's hard to say. I love the X215. Sometimes when you pro it, it'll screw it up. So on that, well, we'll come back to that. So last one that I saw on there. This is another interesting story just because I like to talk. So the Dragon DT160. So Gearbest asked if I would like to review this. So here's my policy with Gearbest and reviews. Gearbest offers just stuff like crazy, and I turn them down a lot because I have way too many things to review. And if things are available multiple places, I don't want to just post a link to Gearbest. So pretty much I'll accept their Furibee stuff because there's nobody else sells it. It's just their brand essentially. But this one is one that they asked me if I wanted to review, and it's like Dragon DT160, and I told them no because this was $210. So this is my lesson that Gearbest will listen. I told them no, I'm not interested in this because I have no idea why you would buy this for more than XJB145. Like, it can't be better. I mean, there's no way it's better than an XJB45 for more money. Not a chance. So they took a look at it, they looked back, and they lowered the price to something reasonable. Now it's a discount for 24% off, but they lowered it and offered a discount for it. No idea if it's going to be any good. I will take a look at it now. At this price, I'm not going to spend $200 on a 3-inch drone. There's so many good models. There's no reason that I can think of to do that. Excuse me. So there's the goggles and the 140 we looked at, and there's the Immersion model, and there's a Crash Test Cal, and so a couple of other things, questions that have come up, lots of cars. I have a couple car videos coming up again. I just have fun with those. Skyzone, I saw a review of this. I've had one of these for a while. I bought one of these a long time ago from Banggood, and I hadn't gotten around to reviewing it. And I saw it did like 110 miles per hour or something. So that's going to be coming soon. I don't know if it was different, but then this one or the one that they reviewed, I'm going to have to go find that video. But my gosh, that looked spectacular, and I just need to get to that. So here's the Bhutan 2. This meets my criteria of everything I want in a drone. Once they start offering parts for it, it says they're going to offer parts for it. There's a parts list in the box. You need to do live streams more often. Oh, I appreciate that. I have fun with it. I love the contacts. See, here's the question. So Angel just asked X215 Pro or 200 GT. So it depends. It depends on what you want to do. So everybody asks which drone is best. I get these questions a lot in comparisons. And it depends on what you want to do. Like if you say, I'm going to go racing. I want to go racing. My local group, it's competitive. I want to do that. Buy a Hawk 5. You're going to break arms. The arms are cheap. It's a great combination of parts. It has everything you need. It'll run it'll run torquey motors that I think you would like. It would be great. If you want to go out and just fly around, relax, have power when you need it, but have long flight times, get the 200 GT. That thing is spectacular, and it hovers for 18 minutes. If you beat on the battery, it's still only 2 minutes, but it will go for a long time. In the middle of that is the X215. The X215 is a little bit heavy, but it is really well done. It's really well put together. It's going to be really durable for you, and it's going to do a good job kind of both of those. It's not going to be as good of a racer. It's not going to be a good of a floater, but it's cheaper than either one of them. So if you just say, I'm just going to get started and I want a drone and I want it to work, the X215, in that price range, I don't know of a better model. So there we go. Screw the X220. So I actually bought an original X220. I'd never had one. I was not doing a lot in that case. There we go. Big D says the X215 is a tank. I bought an X220. It's still downstairs. I want all three of them. I have one of the new TS215s. Is that what it is? Something like that. But I bought it when it came out, and then I saw the problems and reviews, and I haven't gotten around to it. That was one I actually told Eachine, like, look, I see you fix this. I want a new one, and then I'll give away the old one. So there is probably, if I can get one of the new ones, there's probably going to be a V1 TS215 giveaway coming in the future. So make sure you stay tuned for that. So what else have we got on here? There's a bunch of random stuff that I don't know about, but here's one, like Red Hair 215. I can't comprehend how this is worth more than all these other models that we're looking at today. There's so many good options. The Diatones, the Holybros. I can't see it. That seems overpriced to me. Is that the Big Baby Hawk? So here's the snapper that people were talking about. I've not reviewed or seen or tried any of these. I know some people have used them and have been really, really happy with them. I probably need to get around to it, but it's just one more thing that I haven't gotten to on my list yet. Yeah, a tank in a good way. Yes, that's definitely. So Big D says the X215 is a tank in a good way, and I would totally agree with that. They have the 200 GT. I've told them this price is way too high, and they haven't changed it. I have one of these to review. I've seen those are really good. So here's the Happy Model Mantis. I like this model a lot. I don't know if I would buy it at that price. I would probably get right now you can get the radio for $50, and you can get an X140 for $100. I would do that instead of the Happy Model. Let's see. TX215. Oh yes, the TS215 is a huge upgrade. It's really nice, especially with the new version 2. So I don't know. Frame kit accessory. What is that? So let's take a look at that and see what that is. What else have we got on here? I know I saw some more stuff. Lots of options here. Here's my gimbal. I showed this last time. Buy one of these. If you need a gimbal, this thing is outstanding. I love anyone know the best website for quads that ship from the US? My choice, Derek, is Get FPV. You can see what components would you put together. So Archmage, I will have to actually build a video. I can't say right offhand which ones I would use. I've got a couple options out there. Oh, you know what? Where was that? If you look back when the Eachine stack with the DVR came out that everybody was so excited about, and it was garbage. It was total garbage. But in that video, I took off the DVR and the camera and put in, I think it's an Eachine all-in-one with flight controller, ESCs. That was an F3. That model was really, really good. And that pretty much had what I would put together on it. I like those all-in-one units because it was like $50 and you get everything. But that probably doesn't help. Hawkeye Firefly, yes, their price is still too high. There was some interesting stuff down here somewhere. Somewhere. Here we go. So one of them, there's the Kopis. There is the B-Fight 215 or B-Fight 210 in there, which is a good model. So here's something about the Nebula. So the Nebula for $107, it's not a great model, but I've got really detailed reviews on how to fix it. I like the big flat top. It's kind of just a heavy tank that works well as a model to work with. Somebody though I was talking to or commented on one of them said they bought this model and they were going to strip out all the components, replace them, and fill it with LEDs and use it, or LEDs, and use it for a line of sight model. Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, I don't get it. Why would you do that? Like, just buy the frame. You can buy the frame. It was, I think I have the link for the frame in there. I don't understand. I wouldn't buy this model for $107. It was like $95 last time. And I would probably use it, think about it for that, but for this I would spend $30 more and get the X215. It's well worth it. Or $20 more, or one of these. These are all better options. Same thing for the QAV 220. That thing was garbage. Don't do that. I have one of these. I have not flown it yet. I bought that. Another one. I'm addicted to buying stuff. Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm addicted to buying things that I think I can get reviewed before anybody else, and I pay for rush shipping, and then it sits in my basement for 6 months. The I heard there was a better deal. So here we go. The RXSR, this is the best deal I know of right now. I looked for a couple. I need to order more of these. And the XM Plus is still a great receiver. Let's see. Holybro stack with T-Motor F60. That would be awesome. Cheap tiny whoop that you can... Is there a cheap tiny whoop? So, Russell, do a search for... Well, there are a bunch of options. One of my favorites for a tiny whoop is still the E010S. Do a search for Drone Racer 101, Eachine E010S. There's a video that walks through exactly how to set it up. It's got like 40,000 views. And yeah, the Holybro stack Archmage is outstanding. And that would give you I think it's still one of the best options. Oh, I get it. Archmage said, "Hi, Mark," and I get it now. Sorry, a little slow sometimes. It's getting late here. It's after 10. I should be asleep. So I still think that is one of the best options. The E010 is good. My favorite 3-inch model. So I have a sweet spot and nostalgia for the XJB. You know, nostalgia. It came out in November, but that's forever ago now. It was one of the first really amazing 3-inch models, and you could tell at that point that it was going to be what we were going to have this year, just 3-inch models. I love the camera angle that it comes with, and the fact that I can stick a Mobius Mini on there. It's ridiculously fast. I will say, for just enjoyment of flight, I really like the LDARC, was it 138? Yeah, I think it's 138. It's their 3-inch model. It's basically the same thing as the 200 GT, just with a smaller frame. And it's not quite as fast, but for what I do, I'm not racing. I mean, despite the name of the channel, Drone Racer 101, that was created 3 years ago, and I had something totally different in mind for this channel. And I expected to be able to go out racing, and that's just not how it works out sometimes. And I'm really enjoying what it is. I've thought about changing the name, but I think it's might be too late at this point. But I enjoy flying in my backyard. Obviously, I enjoy going over to the school because the trees are there, and I hope to be able to do that more now that it's nice. And so I enjoy a little longer flight time, and that's why I really like the LDARC 138. I don't know if it's my favorite. I'm not sure right offhand. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that, but those are two of my favorites, unless I've reviewed another one that I said was my favorite that I've forgotten about. So what else have we got here? There's another B fight. So many things. I need to do a charger review. I've got 3 ISDTs that I use down there and have a total strong preference on what those are. Here we go. This is the reason I wanted to do this. So somebody asked, I don't remember who it was. Sorry. Do you shop at Race Day Quads? I've never bought from Race Day Quads. I start with Get FPV, and then they ship really well and fast. They're from Florida though, and just one state over, Ready Made RC. I bought a lot of stuff from them over the times. I tend historically to use the international sites on here because, like, 80% of you guys are international, and shipping from the US is just ridiculous. So I saw some numbers, I talked with some people about that, and it's just not practical. But for the US people, I like Get FPV and Ready Made RC as my preferences. I like Get FPV because they tend to get stuff earlier before anybody else. So like the things I ordered from there, they have those before. I expect to get that before most other places. So someone asked about the X215 Pro S. So this one I have and haven't reviewed because it has that same stack in there. That's not exactly what I wanted to do, unless they have upgraded that, and it's just not good. This is one of them that I want to do. There's Andy RC's video. He's got some great tips for it. So if you want one of these, watch Andy's video. I will tell you that in a heartbeat. Definitely, he has great options all the time and shows you how to fix that stack. And I'm just going to follow his instructions when I finally get around to it. Probably what happens with these, what my plan will be, is at some point they are going to have a deal on the X215 Pro S when they try and get rid of them all. And it's going to be $99. And that is when I will do everything I can to review it as fast as possible, because that is a spectacular drone for that price. For $165, I wouldn't do it. So here is the same model. Space Wolf. I have a Space Wolf. So this has been on my shelf. Oh, wait. Here, want to know a secret? They accidentally sent me two. And there will be a giveaway for Space Wolf. Oh, and just so you guys know, if you're hanging out just to try and win the Bison, I'm not giving that away today. Sorry. Somebody had a really good idea for one more thing to try on it that it may or may not burn it to a crisp, but I'm going to try it, and then I'll give away the burnt remains. So we're talking about the ET100, which is my favorite for that size. What are we talking about the ET100? I love the ET100. Who are we? I don't see it. My favorite, the ET100 is my favorite tiny whoop. It's not a tiny whoop, but it is. I love it. I love the 125. That is what I fly outside now when it's going to be wet out. It's what I let my son fly because it's unbreakable and it's waterproof. So if he happens to land it in the pond next door, which hasn't happened yet, thankfully, but someday we're going to end up with a heck of a video in the pond. So I think that's it. Amway Commanders. It's a good deal. It's not a great deal. Not as good of a deal as giving one away for free. Rooster reviews. So those are so expensive. I can't buy them just to review and then put on the shelf. Someday, maybe with the Get FPV and the local companies, when I get big enough that Armatan and those other companies want to talk more, I would be happy to do reviews for those. But I've not reached out to them. I don't know why I might do that, but I can buy a lot of stuff to review for the price of an Armatan. They look spectacular. So that's why when I talk about the how do I put this? When I talk about the high end, it's like my high end, or it's like a budget high end. So there's like that $300 price range where I consider a high end $200 to $300. Those things are like $400 to $500, and they're bonkers good, but I've not flown one. If Armatan happens to be watching, I will be happy to shoot me an email at droneracer101@gmail.com. DJI Spark, that is not the best deal on Spark. If anybody wants a Spark, let me know. I have a spectacular deal on Spark. There's another one. I have a Spark to review. I have a Mavic to review. I love the Mavic. That thing is so great. I had some ideas. Here's spoilers. What I want to do, where I flew through the trees with the Hawk 5. Next time what I want to do is fly my Mavic over the trees and just have it look down so you can see the quad going through the trees. I think that would be really cool. I might have to get something with a lot brighter LEDs. What do I think of the X140? I think it's spectacular for the price. For $102, buy one. I've beat the heck out of mine. It's just a great quad for the price. Let's see, what else do we have on here? Anything else? I haven't gotten down this far. I wish that was a better deal. Do you guys want to see a heli? Do you guys know I used to fly helis? 10 years ago, I was flying helis. That was actually what I flew no flight controllers. I had a mechanical, what is it, gimbal? Yeah, I had a gimbal, is that? Yeah, gyro, mechanical gyro on it. And it would, mostly 450s, even smaller than that. But I thought it might be fun to get one of these, probably, yeah, definitely as a free review copy, and just see what happens and not feel bad about some of these. Like, flip a switch and you can fly 3Ds. So I never had any nitro planes. I never had any interest in nitro. Ooh, what's that? Hold on. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, what's okay. No, this one's even better. Yeah, those are individuals. That looks nice. So that's a Kakut V4 4-in-1 with an I like that a lot. I love the Holybros. I love all their stuff is great. The VTX isn't the absolute best, but the Atlatl, it's a weird name. The Thanks and Jung. I like my hat. It's kind of my thing. So that someday when we all meet up, maybe in Muncie. Are you guys going to Muncie in August? I really want to go to Muncie in August and hang out there. You'll just see this black hat walking around, and there won't be any confusion about who it is. Hopefully, ideally, we'll see. I would buy this. So Archmage was asking earlier if I just had to say, look, just what do I put in a frame? I would buy that. $100. Throw some motors on there. I would probably still stick with a run cam camera just because that's what I know. I might try a Caddx though, but as the core, I would put this on there and use that. Oh, is that the stack you were talking about? MC? Yeah, so many drones. That looks really, really nice. Yeah. I might have to pick one of those up to build, in all my free time. So, anything else on here? I like that. I like that a lot. That's why I just like scrolling through here. Sometimes things show up that look good, and other times they don't. Do you guys like the jumper? I have one of the original jumpers. I never got around to receiving it because I didn't think it was good. Not that I didn't think it was good. I thought it was too complicated, and I didn't care. I just can't imagine why I would want this over a FrSky. Yes, I know it's got the universal. I would rather do a plug-in. Nope. I'm guessing caring about the jumper is about the nope is about caring about the jumper. Too expensive? Yeah, seems like it to me. I would rather have just FrSky and go from there. All right, that's all I see on here. Anything else? Yes, with our range RX. That's what I've got. If you guys want to do that, I just happen to have a video ready for that. Okay, I think that's it. It's almost 10:30 here. There's another one that I probably won't be reviewing anytime soon, as much as it would be nice. Here's a don't buy, the RG01 goggles. I was hoping they would be outstanding. They're not good, in my personal opinion. But I think that's it. So if you haven't, we'll show it one more time. The discount codes. So I've got this ones that I see that show up good are here, and you can go to tools and notification rules and turn on notifications so you can see when I add things to it. I'm trying to add new things. I'm starting to add, do you sell your extra quads? No, I give them away because I hate eBay. I used to have businesses on eBay. It takes too long. I don't want to go through the posts. I could have sold these goggles, these Amway Commanders. It's more fun. It's way more fun to give them away. So I'm working on things like here, my goggles work in progress, where I'm going to list and rank all the goggles and link to the different sites that you can get them. That's what I'm working on. I should do this on a website. Hey, there we go. When's the next live? I have no idea. I don't have them planned right now. So here's one more thing I was just thinking about today. I will trade quadcopters for webmaster skills. So I own the domain, and I even have templates. I just need somebody to put the base in place for a website because I don't have time, and so I can plug in, put in articles. I would love to have this in a graphical format that I can have on there. And so feel free to email me at DroneRacer101 or contact me or however. Don't just put a comment in one of the videos or this video. There's gonna be so many comments, it's gonna be hard to track of. But if somebody has just enough webmaster skills that can use WordPress, it's all WordPress stuff, and wants to help put together just a template of a site that I can take over from there and get that in place so that I can just build pages and do whatever, let me know, and I will compensate you in quadcopters. And my quadcopters, I'll ship them pretty much wherever, and I've never charged anybody for shipping because I don't think that's necessary. So that's going to be the end of this video. Shoot, okay, so we're almost to the part at the end where I have to say what we remember next time. And I never plan this ahead of time. So you guys have, what do I do for a living? I am in IT. I'm a Cisco engineer. I mostly design phone systems and networks. And I've been doing it for a long time. I really, really enjoy it. I'm a CCIE. Just if any of you guys are Cisco guys out there, that means I spent a ridiculous amount of time studying for almost 12 months to a day to take an 8-hour test. So anyway, besides that, but I love this even more for now, at least. VoIP, yep. Okay, so yeah, feel free to contact me. Check out the codes. Please use my links. So that's, like I said, I buy the vast majority of this stuff, so I really appreciate it when you guys use the codes for here, because they will keep track of that and give me credit for it, and then I can use that to buy more stuff. So if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below. You can't comment in the live chat, which is up there. Unless this is backwards, then it's up there somewhere, depending on what you're looking at this for. And until next time, remember, I need a web programmer. Is it you? Maybe? I don't need much. Just a little, just like to put it together, make it blue, kind of match the logo. That's about it. Oh, there we go. Over here. Bye-bye.